Hey y'all, so today is Tuesday, November 3rd. It's also election day, so make sure you get out and vote. I chose the early vote because I don't have time to be sitting in those lines today. But if you haven't, make sure you vote. Make sure your voice gets heard today. So I'm here on this Talk It Out Tuesday to talk about Nurse November. And the no is in quotation marks because that's what we're talking about. Just the art of saying no as a nurse. So Nurse November is something, this is the second year that of Nurse November. And it's started by an account called Whole Life Nurse, where the lady that runs it, she's a career coach and just basically, teaching you, guiding you to having a more fulfilling life outside of nursing, saying that basically nursing doesn't have to be your whole life. And I know a lot of times that we take on so much of our problems at work and things like that, we bring it home with us. We don't, we're very good about leaving our own crap outside the front door of the hospital, but we're so horrible about leaving the hospital crap outside our front door. So Nurse November, and I'm just going to read from the account here. It's a month dedicated to nurses learning to say no to the things that steal from their cup, like picking up extra, working overtime out of guilt, accepting mediocre offers, and toxic environments. And if y'all know me, honey, y'all know I am about that life, okay? I am not about toxic environments at all. I'm not afraid to say no, and picking up extra is just not in the cards for me. So for me, like I said, that goes along with something that I'm very passionate about, creating and maintaining boundaries. And it's so essential to our well-being to be able to create and maintain those boundaries. So I saw on Forbes that they had some tips on how to set healthy boundaries at work. Not all of them apply to nursing, so I chose the ones that I thought applied to nursing. So we'll go through them real quick. So the first thing is to make a list. Make a list of the people and the situations that cause you stress and anxiety. Because being aware of those feelings, checking in with yourself and knowing, being aware that you have those feelings of stress and anxiety is paramount to being able to set boundaries. So once you have that list, next thing you're going to do, you're going to set limits. So if you, just because you work night shift, that doesn't mean that it's okay for you to call me on my day off at 1 o'clock in the morning. No, absolutely not. Do not call my phone at 1 o'clock in the morning on a day that I'm off. Because on a day that I'm off, I'm not a night shift nurse. Chances are I'm being a mom. So yeah, don't do that. So, and that's the thing, a lot of people think that because you're a night shift nurse or, because they're up, that you're also up. No, ma'am, because I have seen charge nurses call people at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning just because she's trying to get another day filled. That's not okay. That is absolutely not okay. That is violating a boundary. The third thing is to communicate clearly. So you let people know up front, like, that was not okay that you called me at 1 o'clock in the morning on my day off. That's not okay. You need to address those violations immediately because if you address it immediately, then the person that has violated, they remember, first of all, what you were talking about, and you addressing it, makes them feel like, oh, okay, my bad. And it may have been harmless, but a lot of times, we do things and we don't realize the effect it's having on the other person. So when you communicate clearly about those violations, then they know, they are well aware of the fact that they have violated one of your boundaries. The fourth thing is going to be take time to respond. Taking time to respond to a request, it gives you a chance to check in with yourself and see, how am I really feeling? Do I really want to pick up this shift? Do I want to do this half a shift? Is it worth the money? What could I be doing for myself instead? So make sure you take time to respond before you just yes to everything. The fifth thing is my favorite. Practice saying no. I am a big fan of saying no, thank you. When I get phone calls from work and they're like, hey, Tracy, could you pick up? And I said, no, thank you, but thank you for thinking of me. No, I'm not coming. I like my days off. I want to stay home. No. Practice saying no. It's very liberating saying it. No, 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 no. Just practice saying no. Practice saying no. Um, and number 6 is going to be prepare for pushback. Because anytime you change, there are going to be some people who, because they don't agree with that change, because it no longer serves them, they're going to be upset about that. Well, guess what? So you have to prepare for pushback. And in preparing for pushback, you need to be ready to defend those boundaries. You need to be ready to address violations of those boundaries. So let's sum it all up. So about your boundaries, first thing you're going to do, you're going to audit and you're going to make a list of people and situations that give you stress and anxiety. You're going to set those limits or boundaries. You're going to communicate clearly, meaning you're going to let people know, hey, calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning on my day off is not cool. I don't appreciate it. Could you please not do it again? The fourth thing is take time to respond to requests because taking time helps you to check in. Number 5, practice saying no. No is okay. And number 6, prepare for pushback. So those 6 things, hopefully they can be something that help you to create and maintain some boundaries at work. And then I will leave you with a quote by Brene Brown that I just absolutely love. It says, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves even when we risk disappointing others. And that's what it's all about. It's about loving ourselves enough to put ourselves first, to stop putting everybody else first. Put yourself first. So if you like the conversation we had here today, you can tune in for other Tuesday talks. You can send me a message so we can continue the conversation. Tag a friend so we can continue the conversation in the comments. Link is in the bio for Whole Life Nurse. Brene Brown is tagged. She has some awesome motivational self-love quotes and books and talks and things like that. And Whole Life Nurse will also be tagged, who has some awesome resources for anything career related, making career changes, asking for more money, things like that. So that is it for our Tuesday talk today. Hope that this helped. I will talk to you next time. Bye.